as you pass some ration food along to the Saint Bernard, whose name tag reads Tobias or Toby. I know originally.
Sir.
Yes, sir. That is when the sliding door is going to open up, and Leng in his who left?
Shadow did. That's all.
Okay, yep. And that is when Leng will open the door. Will be standing in the door, and he'll beckon you inside out of the cold. As the hawk is already taken off.
I'm gonna give Leng like a little bow as I just a greeting bow, and then I'm just head inside away from the cold now.
Yep. Tobias will follow you in as Leng will close the door behind you. And he's gonna have you sit over by the fireplace to warm up as he has green tea ready for you today. And he's gonna say, and as he sits down with his own tea in hand, because he just got done pouring you his, he's gonna say, your mother probably taught you a lot of the basics, so I'm not gonna go over the basics. But instead, I'm gonna teach you a bit more of the advanced technique. Technique! But first, before we go any further, I'm still gonna teach you the same, but in order for me to go down to the boxing league and talk to them, I have to know which league you want to partake in. If you want to partake in the traditional boxing, which is punches only, or the mixed martial arts, which is with kickboxing and MMA.
He wants that anime, obviously, Vic.
Yeah, he wants that MMA. But yeah, would you like to participate in traditional boxing or mixed martial arts MMA?
MMA. Yeah, we do MMA.
Do you know the rules, or do you want me to go over them? Sue asks.
You can refresh me a little bit in the rules.
So he will go in. Did something pop up on your screen?
Yes.
He will go over the rules, and he will also explain the boxing leagues. So go ahead, give that a quick read over. Once you're done, let me know. Or you can read it in your own time. And with that, let's see, drag you over here.
By the way, Dan, you missed something incredible. Also, it's alright that you're late. Don't worry about it.
As he's explaining the rules to you, he's gonna have you follow him over. He's gonna ask you for your weigh-in. So he's gonna have you remove any unnecessary things, but obviously keep your clothes on. He's like talking about like your equipment, your swords, like remove everything but your clothes.
I'm just gonna remove those. I really just have like a short sword.
Just a short sword and dagger. Just remove that and stand on the lock scale.
Stand on it.
So how much does your character weigh?
I think it's like it's just like 153.
153?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
All right, so then he'll quickly explain the weight class to you. So if you weigh 153, you'll be fighting in the middleweight.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, it's funny. Mystrine's 43 pounds.
Yeah, the flyweight for real.
Yeah.
But now that the initial rules have been briefed over, the initial weigh-in, so he knows what to register you as for the martial arts when it comes time. He's gonna say, he's gonna ask you how well you are connected to the spiritualness and the key in your body.
I'd say decent though.
Pretty well.
It could be better, but yeah.
So, as part of your test today, to see where you are, so I know where to start training you, we're going to see how well you can handle elemental conditions such as hypothermia, and your breathing techniques.
Oh.
So with that in mind, today's training, he's going to take you out in the crypts every morning light. He's gonna have you sit under the freezing cold waterfall, and as he's explaining it, he's gonna begin telling you that by controlling your breathing and focusing on your inner body, like he's just normally talking, but his voice is booming over the waterfall, so that way you're hearing him as you're kind of fighting against the force of the waterfall to stay sitting upright on these rocks. And he's going to say, by focusing your breathing and focusing on your inner self, you are able to direct and control the flow of ki within your body, thus being able to move the ki about to warm yourself up or cool yourself down, depending on the situation. This also helps with maintaining and recovering ki as well. If you can stay underneath that waterfall for the next 3 hours before the sun comes up, that'll be the first initial pass of the testing, so I know where you are. And then next time you come up here, we'll get into forms, techniques, and I'll show you how to truly disrupt an opponent's ki. But for now, first you have to master your own ki and your breathing techniques. So he's gonna sit down on the snowbank, cross his legs, and now we shall wait.
Scary.
So with the force of the waterfall slamming into you with the freezing cold water, the combined effort of 29 degrees, and not only that, but also the wind, I need you to roll a Constitution saving throw. So as you he isn't really, actually no. So as he's watching you, he's gonna offer you the next bit of advice because he sees you're already starting to freeze, like your fingertips are starting to turn blue. He's gonna say,
I fight back.
Yeah, I fight back. But Sue Wang was gonna say, follow my instruction. And he's gonna begin walking you through a very basic breathing technique. Go ahead and roll a intelligence check.
I'm stupid!
Nick, why is he trying to get you a demon slayer in your campaign?
Because it's fucking hilarious, but there's actually a legitimate reason why he has to master and control his ki breathing. Because
Oh yeah, no, that makes sense for sure, considering what he's gonna do with this class stuff and then other things.
Yeah,
It's
because if
natural
he's to go further than beyond, he needs to understand how ki, and in this case she, how her body works with her ki. And this is also a mental challenge too. It's supposed to mentally toughen her up.
And the fact that actual boxing and boxers do the whole like breathing stuff while fighting, you know?
Yeah, exactly. It's all about breathing techniques because I used to kickbox, so I'm really well familiar about how important stamina is and breathing techniques.
Yeah.
So,
It's funny when someone doesn't know that and they go into it, go hold up with their characters like this.
So he's gonna look at you like, "Ayo, you stupid?"
Yes.
But he's gonna say, again, after me. Go ahead and roll another intelligence check.
You know it's gonna be worse. Okay.
Calmly and with patience, one more time. He'd say, as he shows you another demonstration, as he's talking you through it, then he's gonna say again. Again.
We'll get
Again. Again. Again.
He finally understands.
Clementine using 5% of her brain.
On the brink of death, you realize that you just need to breathe.
Yes, actually, Actually,
He's just holding his breath this whole time.
yes. So yes, as you were beginning the, no, you were well beyond the stage of losing any and all feeling in your fingertips, and in your back, especially where the hard waterfall is slamming against you. That is when you start to feel it. Your body is beginning to warm up, as you can feel the central points in your body, the middle of your chest, the back of your ears, the top of your forehead, your lower stomach, your knees, and your feet. These points of chakra control, as I call it, but it's actually ki control. You're actually beginning to visualize it in your brain, per se, a mental image, if you will, in your head. And now that he sees that you have caught this, since you are sitting crisscross, your feet are kind of warm and protected a little bit. But he's now going to begin to tell you to direct the flow of ki, that flow of energy, up towards your abdomen, up towards your back, towards your fingertips and all, to start warming you up.
Vic, I just imagine it's like he's like, I think I'm doing it. I'm feeling warmer. Nah, you just pissed yourself, kid. Oh.
And now that you have begun to warm up by controlling the flow of ki in your body to points and boost, and by boosting your breathing by fighting against this hard current, you have begun to learn an essential trick for breathing, and how to and also sharpening your mind too. So you are on the beginning stages of the breathing technique that is a Demon Slayer rated to control and begin your path down the mastery of ki. And with that in mind, as you are beginning to warm up and you are feeling your fingertips again, as you start to warm up, as you have begun to control the flow of ki to your upper body, that is when he begins to talk you through and begins to demonstrate to you the several breathing techniques. You'll need, especially with a special technique of how to breathe from the mouth and the nose at the same time to get an extra amount of air shoved into your lungs, kind of like a billow, forcing air into your lungs to help you breathe better. And as this beginning lesson of ki control continues on, the last 3 hours will pass before he looks at you, and he's going to ask you to see if you can stand up and get out of the waterfall without collapsing from hypothermia. So go ahead and roll your con save.
That's just not one, guys. I lied.
I was timing. I was waiting for it. God damn it! You survived, you bastard.
So yes, you have unlocked the beginning. You have unlocked a beginner's level breathing technique to forcefully control not only your heart rate, but also the inner workings of how to move ki through your body, which is a vital step forward in the coming breathing techniques. And with that, you're still pretty fucking cold though. So he's gonna take his coat and he's gonna strap it over your shoulders. And he's gonna help you down as you're shaking. Like, you got the understanding of it. Now it just needs practice on your own to further enhance and strengthen it in your own time, which is something for you to do in your free time, is to practice these breathing techniques, practice the control and flow of ki throughout your body, and become stronger. And
For now, dude. For now.
What do you mean for now? That's literally that's
For now. Vic knows what I'm talking about. For now.
I don't know what exact item thingy, whatever thing you're going on about, but I already know what your plan is, and I already see 3 different ways you can attain what I'm thinking. You bastard. Dean, careful. Yes, Hubs, to you. I may not know which exact path you're going, but I know one of the many paths to do what you're planning. I
Okay.
can already see.
Okay.
Sorry.
So as he helps you down from the waterfall, as mentioned, like you got it, you got the understanding of it. Now it's up to you to further master and continue to practice it for for your upcoming trials and tests. But with that in mind, he'll at least get you to the bath. He'll at least get you to his lovely bathroom commode with heated tiles and everything. Close the door behind you, and be on his way out. So that way you could warm up, shower, and clean up in peace with the very nice hot water. And with that, go ahead and add 3 extra key points to your pool, Dean.
All right. Let's get it.
Is Dean becoming the main character?
He's becoming one of them.
Just know thunder strikes are a thing. Hubs.
So
What?
So next up, once you shower, you warm up, you come back out. There's a final lesson that he is going to teach you before you can head down the mountain for the day, because it is nearing 7 a.m. and most people aren't awake yet. But it's an introductory lesson. He's going to go into more detail in the next time you come up here, which will be shortly. But he's gonna tell you to take up a defensive stance.
Yes. Let's get it. I'm gonna take up
And-
I guess right now defensive stance.
And suddenly, quick as lightning, you feel a solid punch straight into one of your key points in your abdomen, and it sucks the absolute wind out of you.
No. Fast.
Yep. They don't call them catch these hands for nothing. But in any case, just one singular punch, and you can feel your entire right side beginning to numb. As he's going to help you up into a sitting position, and then he's going to explain what just happened.
Oh,
As he has taken 10 key points from you.
Mom?
Wow. Vic,
What an
that's
asshole.
a good warning for us, Vic. Thank you. Now we
What
know
an
those
asshole.
exist. Now we know that key draining attacks exist, meaning there's gonna be spell slot draining attacks later. Thank you for the
Yes.
warning, Vic.
Yes, precisely.
I forgot Lon wasn't a wizard.
Woo!
So
Good thing I don't use spell slots or anything magical.
So, with that in mind, as he helps you into a
I'm a
sitting
warlock,
position
doesn't
to
matter.
recover, because it wasn't even a hard jab. He specifically targeted one of your key points, and you can feel the burning sensation of where his key empowered strike struck you. And he's going to begin to explain what he just did, which was essentially he took some of your life force, and what happens is next, if he would have taken all your ki away, then it would have immediately started draining your HP. But since he only struck 10 from you, this is a master strike, as he begins to call it, in which you will be capable of learning very soon. But these key, they're called key attacks, as you can imagine with your punches. And there are DC saves, but I'm sorry, you're not ever going to make the DC save, Dean.
Gonna be
pretty-
tough.
It's pretty high.
What if he rolls it at 20?
If he gets an at 20, yes, but he has to beat a DC save of 26. In
For
order
like
to-
a con, that's not gonna happen.
yeah, it's a con save against these key draining strikes from a master. But your normal opponents may or may not be as strong or weaker. But in any case, like I said, he explains what happened to where now that you know the positions of your vital key areas, just as you can gain them, control them, and work them to your advantage, people that know the body can also take them away from you and hurt you, like I just did. The only way to get your key back, as you know, is a short or long rest until you're fully back up. But I'm not going to teach you this right away because there's still founding teachings I have to teach you. But towards the end and throughout your training, little by little, I will introduce this to you, and at the end of this, you will be able to do key stealing and life force attacks, such as I can, and you'll be able to strike as fast as I myself. But for now, this is a good stopping point. You have at least began the introductory and controlling of your ki and your breathing, which is what you have learned today is called
Yeah.
rescue breathing. Especially in cold and harsh climates where it's too hot or too cold. By controlling your ki and using these special breathings, it will help you overcome heat and cold damage, thus giving you a slight resistance to heat and cold damage, Dean. But
So resistance to cold damage?
It's slight. You got to work on it.
Okay.
But with that in mind, you also hello. But with that in mind, you also learned a very crucial breathing technique that you can use in the boxing arena to help you control your breathing when you get smacked in the face. And with that, as he helps you, go ahead.
I was gonna say as he helps me up, I'm just gonna like get from like a little small bow and like thank you for teaching me these. It's gonna be very helpful, especially in the boxing matches and in dungeons in my class. But you're really fast.
I've been alive for the better part of 300 years. I have learned a few things.
Well, it shows.
And like I said, even though I'm 300, I'm also getting quite old too. So I hope to pass my teachings onto a young and promising student as yourself.
Been thinking about Johnny Boy. Maybe I should bring him up with.
But with that in mind, he'll help you on the eagle, and I mean the hawk, and you like the right side of your ribs where he knocked the shit out of you. There's like a giant fucking bruise there. Like it was a very small, like a jab, but the enough of the force and the key attack on your ribs was just to the point of not fracturing your ribs, but leaving a very big, sensitive bruise. And as the ride down to as the eagle drops you back off at Abend, it is now about 9 a.m. and people are awake. What would everyone like to do? As Dean hops off his eagle or his hawk.
My Uber.
Yeah, my Uber.
So time
probably
for Mystrine to
gone through too
suffer.
much. I'm not sure. Yeah, like I gotta do something with my kid, but yeah, we're back at the house, right?
Yep, it's 9 a.m. now. It's a new day. The temperature is still pretty shitty. It's only 42 degrees out.
Ooh.
I have
So
to
chilly.
apologize for being so late.
That's okay, Dan.
All right.
Well, I guess I will go. I'm feeling all refreshed after Mystrine and I meditated, and I'm going to go to the heavy metal forge to pick up my new fancy improved bow.
Mystrine is just gonna, be vibing with her
Have
book,
heartburn.
and
Yeah, heartburn. Gotta take some Tums.
then that and the rest strikes that Mystrine didn't know about.
I'm
So yeah, as Mystrine is on her way to finish up Dean, his attacks are plus 15 to hit. Suang's. So that's why it was so fast, because even if I rolled it, it would be too fast for you to see.
Jeets.
I'm going to go to Inos, familia, and look for my brother.
Oh yeah, we
Anyone
can't.
killed Haehil about Sandpoint?
No one has.
Okay.
So yeah, without any trouble, fucking.
Well, looks like whatever I missed, I'm gonna find out soon.
So yeah, Adewyn, you had no trouble getting your items that were upgraded.
Awesome. Thank you so much. This looks great.
Do you need help with me with the stats being inputted?
I will, yeah. If you don't
Okay,
mind.
we'll do that right now because you guys still have plenty of time to go into the dungeon at least, so there'll still be a chance for
wait, do
combat.
I need, because the reason I'm on my phone, I don't know if you've seen the chat. The reason I'm on my phone is because I don't have like Wi-Fi right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I can go to the thing, but like I don't think it's gonna let me do anything.
Okay, yeah, no worries. No worries. Then I'll update the information for you.
Okay. Well, when I get internet back too, like sometime when you're free, we can go over that too. Like out of game if we need to. That's not a big deal. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, I will pick up my fancy new bow. Well, not new bow, but improved bow. And I'll be all happy. I'll be like, yay!
Yeah, it's glowing a nice red hue because of the fire enchantment placed deep within its core.
Tell your master that this is truly beautiful. Thank him so much. Or them, I should say.
I will, ma'am, and I'll make sure both Master Jadet and Zazul receives the compliment.
All right, thank you.
So, meanwhile, as Haehil, as you head over to Familia HQ to find your brother, there is kind of a not a very good mood because Asmodieus paid all this money to get that wish spell for you, and then either A, it wasn't there, or someone stole it and didn't turn it in.
So we came back empty-handed.
So yes, it appears so that someone either found it and didn't turn it in, or B, we never found it in the first place.
Damn.
So in real life, we have to wait for fucking Billy because Billy has it. But in the meantime, it's quote unquote lost. So that was a 400,000 expedition out of my personal coffers.
I'm sorry to have caused such a waste of resources. I've been like this for 9 years already. I can last however longer it takes.
Of course. I hope I didn't get your hopes up with this failure.
In all honesty, I've usually had doubts. Unfortunately, they came through this time.
Yes. But with that in mind, I will have to go through another option. And this one isn't the one I was hoping to use. But my contacts say there is a man capable of casting wish spells. And I will have to arrange a meeting of payment to find out how much he wants for his service.
Right.
This is the absolute last resort. I did not want to resort to this, but if I have to talk to him, then so be it.
If you would, I would suggest using the utmost of discretion in what you're about to do. Though
Of
you
course.
already know this.
Yes, I know of his vile reputation.
And Please be safe. You're the last brother I have.
Of course, this thing takes days though, so I'm not going to be able to do it today. Finding his contacts and arranging a appointment, these take time.
In the meantime, I'll continue having matters in my own hands. I'll see if perhaps it followed us home. Maybe there's a stroke of luck somewhere. Though,
Hopefully. Well, so in the meantime, boys and girls, we're going to go on our first 10-minute break, and when we get back, we will have, let's see, 45. So then from 4:45 p.m. to 5, let's see, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So yeah, we got a lot of time left because for the normal 4-hour sessions, we usually stop at 6.
yeah.
So yeah, we're not going to do those long ones like we did with the last session. That was like 5 hours or something. We're not going to do that again. We're going to just stick back with the 4 hours.
The long ones are for very special and important sessions.
Yeah, exactly. And the last one was kind of important because you were fighting a level 20 S-class monster.
Yep.
But
Yeah, I'll have to get off around 4, but I mean, so.
And if we
Yeah,
didn't
definitely.
have those
No worries.
boats, we would have been adventurer paced.
Mommy things.
Yeah,
Yep.
Vic, not gonna lie. I thought you were gonna mention someone that summoned a demon that can grant wishes. I would have sit there awkward and be like, well, shit.
Nope.
Okay.
Was you the one giggling, Hubs? Was that you?
Yeah, I
All
wanted
I
to
heard
tell you
was-
to stop because you kept going crazy about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I said, we're gonna go back to our normal flower sessions, and if it's like a really special one or it absolutely has to get done, we'll do that 5 like last session. But those are rare. So with that in mind, we'll come back at 4:45, 10 minutes from now, and then you guys can do whatever you want. Go into the dungeon, and at 6 p.m., maybe 5:50, we'll stop. So break time.
Okay.
I was kind of impressed that Arxus could just buy a wish scroll for 5,000.
Yeah.
Well, he didn't. I can't quite.
That was how it worked in the salvage that got crashed. Like the appraisal was 5,000, I think.
Yeah, they thought it was like some shitty wish spell, but
A mere wish spell.
yeah, they ain't interested in mere wish spells. But
They
it's
clearly
also,
don't know what that's
but it's
capable
actually a really interesting thing because it's actually the Crick's fault for not realizing that's why they were hired in the first place. So that completely slipped onto him. So that was kind of like a real life anime moment.
of.
Because
Yeah,
this
so
entire
basically it's like, huh.
Nothing's a straight shot in anime.
yeah, exactly. Plus, he was still shooken up from the Kraken attack, so he made some mistakes because of his mental trauma.
He's like, oh, a wish. Yeah, no, that ain't like death creation, whatever. Yeah, I'm fine. Later that night, he just got in bed, like, he's just like, motherfucker!
Yeah, exactly.
And he can't tell
Anyways,
anyone this because he'll lose his head.
Yo, Vic. I played a little bit of Company Heroes 3. That shit is nutty so far.
Actually, yeah, we're just gonna go until 5 p.m. actually, because I want to cook these steaks. So
Alright.
we're still on the 10-minute break, so I'll see you guys at 4:45. BRB.
Uh-huh. So, you missed Mystrine trying spicy food for the first time.
Oh, okay.
Also,
I heard that Mystrine moved into the elf house, which makes it the Fae house now.
yeah.
House of Fae?
Yeah. Well, it was already Fae enough. Let's make it more Fae.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. But yeah, Mystrine realized she hasn't slept for like 2 days straight, like a day or two.
So Mystrine only gains exhaustion when she realizes it.
Yeah, no. While ever since she had an interaction with basically the Moon Mother, she hasn't needed sleep. But I don't know if her being Fae. I would assume Fae she doesn't need to sleep still. But it doesn't say anything in the race thing.
Well, elves go into a trance-like sleep.
Yeah, and that's just
That does still include drow, even though they don't experience anything during the trance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and she's a full-on Fae rather than partially. So
Yeah.
Do.
yeah, this is a good session so far.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
So what happened in the hour before I got here, besides Mystrine having spicy food and...
It's
They
been
were
fun.
eating at Suckers.
Ah,
The succubus hooters.
yep.
Yeah.
I don't go in there being a man of God.
The funny thing is, just them. Ooh, fairy. We haven't had one of those customers because the first session when she was here, they were trying to seduce her but couldn't. They're like, oh shit, she's a mutant, ain't she? Comes back, like a week later. Motherfucker, the fairy's here, guys. It's time to try extra hard. It's like, oh, and she brought friends. Then gets inside. Damn it, it's an elf. Motherfucker.
Well,
Well,
no tips tonight.
and it was funny. There was a joke like, "All right, guys, emergency meeting. We have two creatures that have Fey ancestry. One being a literal Fey, and then just a joke of Adewyn leaning in. I would let you seduce me.
Yeah.
Just because I can't be seduced doesn't mean I don't want you to seduce me.
Ever since I leveled up, I've had 2 advantages against being charmed, which I don't think stacks, but that's a hell of a thing.
Yeah,
It's
and then
very handy.
yeah, the Mystrine's a literal Fey, so everyone. I'm gonna try to charm you. Her shrugs. Elf, you fool. I have this DNA and blood in me. There's nothing you could do. And the Mystrine just shrugs.
Yeah, mine was just more like, oh no, don't seduce me. Oh no, anything but that.
Oh no,
And
seduction, my
the Mystrine not being
weakness.
and the Mystrine not being able to be at all, and her not realizing it either.
Like, oh yeah, I don't get why they didn't like it.
I just realized that with Liam's holy weapon buff on my weapon, it did necrotic and radiant damage at the same time.
Ooh, handy.
Oh. By the way, I have, as you saw, and you don't know how many I have, but I have 3 at the least in terms of daggers.
I
could
think
get
I
it-
still have one.
No, at this point, I would have gotten them back at this point.
Okay, yeah, I removed it, so you must have it right now.
Yeah, I have all 3 again.
Also, I read up on Excalibur a bit more. I can actually copy the stats of weapons I see instead of just having them be my normal 2d6.
You could just copy the ones you see.
I can copy the ones that I've held in my hands.
I'll let you borrow my blade at some point.
I can't copy any magical properties yet, but mundane things like damage and status effects, probably.
So if it got enchanted, you can't copy it.
I can't copy the magical part.
Huh. Well, then I won't be letting you borrow the blade. Because it's literally just
So, like, if I copied a Vorpal sword, it'd just be a +3?
I mean, that's still good.
Yes.
So if we're going to a dungeon and it's just, should I just bring since it's just going to be 3 of us into a dungeon?
We may need honestly, but who knows if you'll be able to pass that off.
I thought Vic said we're stopping at 5.
What time is it right now?
That mean we've only got 20 minutes left?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, but just wait till he comes back. Don't trust what I say. And yes, Dean, for now.
Bro, I don't care.
For now, Dean.
I do not care, Hubs.
You're not gonna care now until you get.
Well, it's just like I don't, personally don't care, Hubs. I don't care. Like, I'm not gonna do anything. I don't know why. You gain XP. Hello?
Hello?
Also,
You kill
from what I
God?
saw, the
That's
Elven
weird.
accuracy feat gives me an extra roll during advantage. So with any luck, I won't
Oh,
be
I guess it's just
the useless sword person anymore.
I don't know if there's 2 feats that I'm thinking about getting, because they're from Tasha's Culture to Everything, so they're
Those
sort of
have some
new.
good feats.
I would either want to take telepathic because I don't like there's been so many situations with me and Clem where we needed to communicate, but I didn't want to actually talk, or else I would have gotten fucked.
So there's a way that you can talk to me specifically. Yeah, if let me put it in the chat so you can know what it is and read, because it's something that specifically I can get. There you go, found it. Far scribe.
Called
But I
there's
need
a
your
feat
permission
called
though.
for me that would be useful called Piercer. Once per turn, when you hit a creature with attack and deals piercing damage, you can reroll the attack's damage dice. You must take the new roll. So I roll like garbage for it. I can just reroll
Okay.
it. But this
Well,
one's also nice. When you scroll a critical hit that deals piercing damage to a creature, you can reroll 1 additional damage die, determining the extra piercing damage it takes. It's
Okay, guys.
hey,
So,
Dad.
all right, lads. Here it is. All right, so we got one of 2 options. We can either end it here for today, or we can stop it at 15 minutes from now. What do you guys want to do?
We could probably send it here because all we're gonna do is go to a dungeon, and we
Yeah,
do
like
have
if you
one
guys
set
want to
up.
save the dungeon exploration for next session, we can.
I think we
I
should.
feel
I
I
personally
don't
think
mind saving it for next session, because I want to run around Armored and do a few things.
All right, definitely, because I want to cook dinner anyways. I'm getting hungry,
I
so.
still had a few things I wanted to do, so let's end it here.
all right then.
All right, definitely. Hey, once I'm done cooking dinner, I'll be back and I'll probably stream Bad Batch if anyone wants to, or probably.
Hey,
Yeah, I'll do that after I beat up my brother
Watching
with swords.
yeah, watching
Okay.
the 4 or 5 episodes is gonna be awesome. But by the way, like